Hey everybody, welcome back to Mac on the Move. My channel is a place where we want to keep moving and everything because movement makes us younger. You know the old saying and stuff. The older you get, the more you got to move. But to save time and everything, good morning. In case I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. So I don't know about everybody else, but there's been plenty of times working with tie down straps and everything. You have to a need to put a knot in it to shorten it up or anything. And once you put the knot in and stuff, it's hard to get out. Well, one of the things that I've been doing research and everything, you just come across, majority of the people that try and get knots out and everything, they've found different ways to do it. But they're always laying on the ground or not laying, but sitting on the ground. Places for to have to kneel and everything. But for some of us, the older we get, the more that we encompass in, I won't say disabilities, but aches and pains and everything, the stuff that comes with getting old. So I have a knee problem and everything. I have a back problem. So some of the things I like to do, it makes it difficult because I got to kneel down or I got to bend over or squat or anything. It makes more to get up. Okay, that's part of life. I understand that, but I also want to, try and find different ways to make my life easier. Okay, so using some of their techniques that they're using and stuff, I've tried to make it more age proof. So you don't to show that you don't have to kneel down, show that you don't have to be on the concrete to get this process done. So, so earlier today, I had two knots. Okay, one current over in here. Well, like I said, I like to do my research and everything, and I was kneeling down on the ground. So, in case you have to kneel down or anything, you want to use a foam kneeling pad, something similar like this. Okay, it helps you get down there and everything. It's comfort on your knees. But now we're going to, like I said, I wanted to show you the whole thing, the entire thing on how to get it out and stuff. And we're going to proceed to get that knot out. So continuing on and everything, I appreciate the patience. So I no longer have the knot, okay? So utilizing some of their techniques and stuff, I'm going to show you that, just because you have aches and pains and everything, there are easier ways to do things without having to, get right down to it and down and dirty. So I researched this morning, YouTube. YouTube is great for finding things out and everything. There's hundreds, literally thousands of probably channels that other people do different things. So I currently have this knot right here. It's probably been in there for about 5 years, but as you can notice, it gives me a certain length to tighten things up even more without the knot hindering it. So I'm going to show you using a little 2-pound sledge, pliers, two screwdrivers on how to do this thing where you can stay upright and everything and still get it. Some of the videos I've watched, it like they just play around with it and stuff, and it comes loose and stuff. But I found that knots that have been in there for a while are kind of tough and a lot hard to get out. So let me show you how I get this done. And a lot of people, what they do is when because they can't get the knot out of the tie down and stuff, they'll just throw the thing away and go and purchase another one. But what you want to do is you want to take and hammer the knot. And what hammering the knot does is it loosens the fibers in the strap itself. Okay. You want to rotate it around. So rotating it around and everything is what loosens it up. Once you get to a point and everything, you'll notice it's starting to loosen. But you want to get it to where you can manage it. And then some people, they'll sit there and just beat this thing to death until they can manage it with their hands. And what I do is I go until I can get a screwdriver in there to show that it's, you know, loosening up. Once you get that in there and stuff, and you see you get some movement, then you want to continue until you can get it through. And I'm going to show you the whole process because, you know, some people, you know, I think may edit the video to make it a shorter video, but I want to show you that, you know, it doesn't take a lot of time, but it does take some time. I don't want people to misunderstand that, oh, this is a quick fix, because it's not. And once you get a screwdriver in there, see I go in the center or not. Once you get a screwdriver in there and stuff, you can move it around a little bit, and that helps with loosening the fibers as well. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I'm out here working in the shop, and sorry for the mess and everything, but the shop's not supposed to look 100% clean. It's supposed to be organized and stuff, and some of my projects that I'm working on, and I'll be working on for this winter and stuff, is more organization. But I just have a little two-car garage with limited space, so I'm utilizing my space the best that I can. Once you start seeing the fiber moving and more, then you can pick the area that you want to try and get to. You know, I'm looking at where the fiber's coming loose, and I'm trying to work that area so that I can get the screwdriver in, you can turn it and stuff, and vice versa. And you notice I'm picking different areas on the strap to try and get my screwdriver through. And that's helping loosen everything up. This one I'm almost through to be able to manipulate it more. But the way you find your points and everything is by sharing the wealth all the way around the strap. This way here, it actually loosens the whole strap, not just one part. And the reason why I use some tools and everything is because I have RA, which is autoimmune for rheumatoid arthritis. So my joints tend to hurt, and my grip's not as strong as it used to be. but you do things to help yourself out, and that's pretty much what this video is to prove. Is you can find different things to do to help yourself out, and that's the experience that I want to share with everybody. So as soon as I get this through, we should be doing pretty doggone good. Which is almost there. And once you get one side started and everything, you can try and pick another side to get into it and help you with breaking it down. So when you have two screwdrivers, you can actually see a lot of progress. That fiber is actually moving now. And when you're moving that fiber, you're actually loosening the knot. And by loosening the knot and everything, you're actually making yourself able to get through it. Again, we just want to continue to move it. This right now I've gotten through the one side. And you're not going to hurt your tools or anything. And you can just do it on a, so that you can get in there and loosen it. I don't know if you can see, but you see the fibers actually loosening up. So once you get it loose and everything, you should be able to back this out somewhat, just like a regular knot. But you want to be able to manipulate it, work it. So now I got that side there pretty much. I want to take and work on getting my vantage point through this side. And I always want to be cautious because you can stab yourself. Always work away from, work your hands away from each other. So when you're pushing a screwdriver through, you want to make sure that your hand's not in the way. Because I don't know if you've ever done it, but I've been stabbed by screwdrivers before. It's not fun. See, as you can tell, now I've got both screwdrivers in. And I just manipulate it now. Just by moving it around, you're loosening things up. Eventually, you can start seeing some movement in your strap. And if you tell, see the movement in that knot? Earlier, you couldn't even see any movement. So this is the side that I really want to push back through. So with that, I'll take those out of there, and I'll take my needle nose that I have here, where I can get in here and kind of roll it out. A lot of times it's easier to have your screwdriver in place so that you can work together in unison. Once you get your strap starting to go back through, then you should be able to get it totally out. And you can't let it frustrate you and everything, because things take time. Um, there's a lot of things that take time, but sometimes you just have to work and be patient. Which patience? Everybody says patience is a virtue, and it is. You have to be very patient. There's things in life that require patience, and a lot of people don't realize that. But the patient person is the one that's going to prevail. Sometimes, I mean, I couldn't take the strap out of this because the end's sewed. That's the reason why you want to work it and stuff, because it's a good strap, you know. And the other thing is, when you get older and everything, you may not be working. There's just different things, so you prioritize where your money is, and that's the case here. I just don't have $50 just to throw out there, and guaranteed this strap's probably about $57. You know, pretty sure nowadays it's over $50. But for the most part, that's the reason why just throwing things away is really not an option. And as you can tell, I finally got it, so starting to pull it through. And that's the one thing, when you with straps and everything, you want to you know work things out and everything and get it, and you want to reutilize, use it. If you end up in a with straps, if you wind up taking and putting a knot in it, you want to don't ignore it. You want to take and get the knot out of it as soon as you can. So this is just me trying to take care of my equipment and stuff, and I'm finding different ways to do things. So I hope you like this video and everything, and if you do, please like, comment, and share. There's and the other thing is, if you like this video and everything, uh, I'd like to, and me doing these videos and everything shows that anybody can do this, because I'm nobody, just an average Joe. Went through, joined the military, got my experience outside and everything, and just decided these are some of the things I wanted to do. So I want to share that experience with you. So, but if you want to do the same thing, me doing these videos also shows that anybody can do this. And currently, I belong to a community called School Common Sense Methods, and it's basically a community of, right now, I think it's more older people in our community. There may be some young people. I'm not really sure, but we periodically have meetings with a couple of content creators, Kevin and Michelle. Kevin 24/7 is on is on YouTube, and Michelle's his wife, and she does Squirrel Tribe 2.0 and ST Talks. So in the go of it and everything, they've created this community for everybody, and they're sharing their sense, or actually their common sense methods with us and stuff. And then we talk everything over. People make suggestions. Good thing I love about the community and everything is that everybody who does a video and stuff, we all post in our comments in our school, so that we gather information, just like YouTube. YouTube gathers information. So please, feel free to join us. You know, it's free to join for 7 days, and then it's $9 a month after the 7 days. If this is something that you'd like to do, but me doing these videos to show you is very simple, very easy. It's put your camera on and just record. Uh, People just talk sometimes. There's there's all kinds of channels out there, and if you're interested in YouTube or anything, or if you're interested in getting away from legacy media and stuff too, I utilize it for that as well. So again, please, come join the school and interact with people. Communication is key for everything. If everybody was communicating and stuff, then you wouldn't have divided sides and everything, and people would actually believe people that are talking to them. Whereas today's day and age, we don't. So, like, share, share with your friends, share with your neighbors, share with your coworkers, share with your family, and please, uh, if you do all this and everything, again, I'm a new YouTuber or content creator. I want to create content, so whatever I do and everything is this. But it's just me talking to the people, having a conversation. So my channel's Mac on the Move, and actually have sessions where I do, chatting with Mac. And if you have something you want to talk about it, please comment down below, and I will answer everything that I can get to when I see it. And what I mean by when I see it and everything is I don't check this every day because I'm out doing things. I'm making videos. I'm making content. Okay. Um, but leave a comment down below. I'll get to you as soon as I can. But you will get an answer from me. And come join our community. Come join, speak to a couple of content creators. Kevin from 24/7 and Cars, or Kevin's Cars, and Michelle with ST Talks and Squirrel Tribe 2.0. So if for me to build my community and everything, I really, I want to let everybody know. Subscription, it's up to you. If you like the content and everything, please subscribe. This helps me build the community. Right now, I have 38 subscribers. I'd like to get more, but it all depends on how you guys take everything. And to put things in check and everything, people sometimes are afraid of hitting the subscribe because they think it's a subscription. Subscriptions like what you pay for and everything. With YouTube, it's not that way. YouTube is actually totally free, and with the subscribe. There are content creators out there that have memberships; those you pay for. Also, they have different levels. It can go anywhere from $1.99, $2.99. All depends on what the content creator sets it at. So please, don't be afraid of YouTube. Come on, join the club, join my channel. Well, actually, when I say join, subscribe to my channel. And if you like what you see and everything, once I get this up and running and all, and it gets to the level of join, then join us. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got others coming out. I'm doing a video on mosque, doing a video on, actually I tightened my fence yesterday, so that's in edit right now. I actually videotaped how to tighten up a chain link fence. And again, like I said, I do this stuff because I'm 61 years old, and I'm trying to prove that even with aches and pains and everything, you can do anything you put your mind to. So again, hope you got something out of this video and everything. And if you did, please, come on back to the channel and everything. And for the time being, let's go ahead and say, for the sake of seeing you next time, stay safe, stay sharp, keep moving, because movement keeps you younger. And I'll see you on the next one.